September 2018, Sydney, Australia. A 20-year-old woman walks into a salon for what should have been a simple beauty treatment, lash extensions. Hours later, her eyes are burning. By morning, her lids are swollen shut, glued together by a cheap adhesive laced with formaldehyde. At the hospital, doctors carefully pry her eyelids apart with surgical tools to save her vision. She almost left the salon blind. And she's not alone. Across the world, emergency rooms are quietly logging cases just like hers.
What goes on behind the scenes in an unregulated lash industry that no one wants to talk about, and how most of the products that you are using are destroying your health and have destroyed mine. In 2014, 2 years after I started lashing, I became allergic to lash adhesive, very sick, nearly ended my career.
Ophthalmologists and optometrists are seeing tons of cases of complications due to eyelash extensions. Some of the most common complications are irritation and allergies developing to either the glue or the lashes themselves. The glue contains something called methyl 2-cyanoacrylate, and allergy to that compound is actually really common. You will find it in adhesives used in nails, artificial nails. You'll find it in lash glues.
We trust beauty. We trust the professionals who sell it. But lashes and brows sit in one of the most delicate zones of the human body. And the products used on them, many contain hidden chemicals, unapproved drugs, and allergens strong enough to blind you. This isn't just about vanity. It's about health, regulation, and the quiet cost of beauty. A decade ago, lash extensions and brow dyes were niche, reserved for celebrities. Now, they're mainstream. By 2023, the global lash extension market alone was valued at over $1.3 billion. Add brow lamination, tinting, and DIY serums. The industry is unstoppable. The appeal is obvious. Fuller lashes, sharper brows, instant definition. Social media accelerated this boom. Influencers flaunted transformations, while beauty chains marketed them as everyday essentials. But unlike cosmetics that go on your skin, these procedures target hair follicles and mucous membranes around your eyes. It's a high-stakes zone, and yet, unlike prescription eye treatments, most lash and brow products face almost no safety oversight. This is déjà vu. In our exposé on hair dyes, we revealed how millions of people were unknowingly exposed to PPD and carcinogens because regulators allowed dangerous formulas to slip through the cracks. The lash and brow boom is following the same pattern. Mass adoption first, safety questions later. And once again, it's consumers who are left unprotected. Let's go back to Sydney. That young woman who left the hospital nearly blind wasn't an isolated case. Across the world, ERS report patients arriving after lash or brow treatments with corneal burns, severe swelling, and infections. The science explains why. Most lash adhesives contain formaldehyde-releasing agents, chemicals that irritate both skin and eyes. In poorly ventilated salons, fumes poison both clients and technicians. Lash and brow dyes often rely on PPD, the same allergen at the center of our hair dye exposé. PPD can trigger violent allergic reactions, even anaphylaxis. Applying it near the eye magnifies the danger. And then there are serums. Some use prostaglandin analogs, powerful drugs originally developed for glaucoma. They can cause permanent iris color changes, hollowing of the eyes, and chronic irritation. Yet most consumers see nothing more alarming on the label than lash growth enhancer. This isn't a one-off scandal, it's a recurring pattern. In our video, Why Starlight Hair Might Be Making You Sick, we showed how trendy beauty products can carry hidden toxins with devastating effects. The lash and brow labyrinth is part of the same web. If you haven't seen that video, watch it after this one, because the story of toxic beauty products is bigger than lashes, and it's getting worse. If this chapter made you question what's inside your skincare, pause and check your labels. If it opened your eyes to something you didn't know, hit like and subscribe. It tells YouTube this video matters and helps more people see what the beauty industry won't say out loud. Here's the trap. Most lash and brow products exist in a regulatory gray zone. Adhesives, often classified as industrial use products, not cosmetics. Serums with prostaglandin analogs, labeled as enhancers to avoid drug testing. Dyes. In some countries, lash tints are outright banned near the eye. Yet salons use them every day. Labels rarely tell the truth. Formaldehyde gets disguised as adhesive resin or cyanoacrylate polymers. Prostaglandins are hidden under names like isopropyl chlorprostinate, and fragrance blends hide dozens of chemicals brands don't legally have to disclose. The result is a product that looks safe on the shelf until it's burning your eyes. We've seen this before. In our Mercury in Skin Lightening Creams exposé, we revealed how companies slipped banned ingredients into products, targeting vulnerable consumers while regulators looked the other way. The lash and brow industry is running the same playbook, and consumers are the test subjects. The consequences aren't temporary. Lash extensions put constant tension on natural lashes, leading to traction alopecia. Once follicles are destroyed, lashes may never grow back. Corneal burns and infections from adhesives or dyes can leave permanent scarring. Ophthalmologists report patients needing surgery, some with lasting vision loss. Prostaglandin serums reshape the face, hollow eyes from orbital fat loss, permanently darker irises, and chronic irritation. And it's not just clients who suffer. Lash technicians, often young women, spend hours daily breathing glue fumes. Without ventilation or masks, many develop chronic respiratory problems, headaches, and chemical sensitivities. Some have had to quit the industry entirely. Behind the Instagram perfect brows and lashes are real bodies paying the price, whether it's the woman who lost her vision or the technician sacrificing her health for a paycheck. The beauty industry profits, the public pays. So what can you do? First, choose certified professionals. Unlicensed techs cut corners, reuse tools, or use unsafe dyes. Second, read beyond the label. Avoid adhesives with formaldehyde releasers and skip serums listing prostaglandins. Third, patch tests aren't protection. PPD reactions build over time. You might be fine once, then suddenly face a life-threatening reaction. Fourth, consider safer options. Mineral tints, peptide-based serums, or even magnetic lashes avoid the worst risks. And finally, demand transparency. Ask salons for full ingredient lists. Support brands that disclose everything. Push regulators to close loopholes. Because your lashes and brows shouldn't cost your vision, your health, or your future. Lash extensions, brow dyes, growth serums. They promise beauty, but too often deliver burns, infections, and permanent damage. And the worst part? It's legal.